Hello, welcome back to my channel where I rant about stuff. It's informal, unscripted. It's just me, my mic, and my thoughts. So today, I want to rant about Zack Snyder. If you don't know who Zack Snyder is, I don't know if I should commend you or berate you, but anyway, he's the director of 300, Legend of the Guardians, Rebel Moon, Army of the Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Sucker Punch, Watchmen, among others. But today I want to talk about how, of course, he's a polarizing director. Some say his work is bad. His fans really hate his critics. But what I want to point out is Zack Snyder is brave enough to fail at his own original material. It's not like it's not with what's been happening lately with sequels, reboots. Like Rebel Moon, as much as it was inspired by Star Wars, it's its own thing. Yes, it was inspired by Star Wars, but it's his own thing. So when it fails, I still appreciate the fact that he tried to do something different. It's not just a lazy sequel or a reboot of a franchise, which I appreciate today when Hollywood is seems to be lacking originality. So that's my rant and I'm done. But let's just appreciate that. And his latest animated series, Twilight of the Gods, it was amazing. It was bloody. It had sex. It had gore, and the fight scenes were amazing. And I appreciated that. I can't wait for the second season. I also can't wait for Army of the Dead. There's an animation prequel that's supposed to come out. Zach, we are waiting for that. Please bless us with that. And also the sequel to that. There's a prequel animation, and then now the follow-up sequel to Army of the Dead, because there's aliens, there's robot zombies with blue eyes, and then there's the time. Is it that time travel thing? It's them. It's the guys who were in the heist Army of the Dead, like them dying again and coming back again. I want to see how that. I want to see what happens there. There was so much happening in that movie. It's amazing. So yeah, I just think I appreciate Zack Snyder for for believing in himself to fail at his original stuff. It's not like what's happening now with Star Wars and Lord of the Rings, bringing in these writers who do fan fiction of these worlds that are already established. They don't even have any respect for these worlds they're working on. And just shitting on what came before, and then they turn around and act surprised when these shows they produce no one watches them, and then, oh, toxic fans. No, you clearly don't respect the source material. If you don't care, why should we care? Like, it's surprising that now, like, it seems like Hollywood is actively working on destroying their own IPs. Indiana Jones, they destroyed it. Star Wars destroyed it, to the point of I'm not actually excited or, holding my breath for the next Star Wars project. If it comes out and it's nice, yes, that'll be a good thing. But that anticipation I had or fans had, oh, they're doing another Star Wars thing. I can't wait for it. Like, it's no longer there. They're doing, like, nowadays, they're doing another Star Wars project. Like, okay. It's no longer there. You're not as eager for it because it's gonna be shit. Depending on who's working on it, lower your expectations so that when it's good, you're like, yeah, it was good. Like, for me, Andor, I like surprises like Andor was, wow, I didn't know Star Wars could go that hard without even Jedi's. Like, that was peak writing, peak Star Wars. That was just beautiful. Like, and there's a second season coming out and I can't wait for it. You see, because also for Android, I loved it because my expectations were low. I wasn't like, oh, Android's going to be amazing. I was like, okay, let's just wait and see, because the Acolyte. And I know that came after, but you see, when they do shows like that, the Acolyte, it was bad. And then they tease, the stuff they're teasing is what the story should have been about. Darth Plagueis. Like, is it just me or did they ruin him? That sneak peek of him, like just watching in the rocks, like, oh, I'm secretly watching you. I was like, what the fuck was this? What is this shit? This dude is this dude is Palpatine's master, and then he's just hiding there in the rocks, like a voice, like a voyeur, like I don't know what, like a stalker hiding there in the rocks. But then in Star Wars Legends, when you read about Darth Plagueis, this dude was amazing. But then in Acolyte, he's just some dude in a cave just spying on these other guys, like, oh, it's so fucking creepy, and not in a good way. It's not evil, because when you saw him, you were supposed to feel dread, like, oh my god, what is he planning? But it just felt like, ew, what is he doing in there? Like, just. And then teasing Yoda. Like, oh my god, no. Acolyte was bad. Let's just agree on that. It was bad. And so I appreciate Zack Snyder for creating his own world, creating characters, because he's not creatively bankrupt. He can do this thing. He can come up with original ideas and stories and bring them to life. We might not like them, but yeah, they're new. He's created like the world of Rebel Moon now that he's created. I'm pretty sure he can bring in other storytellers, other directors to tell other stories in that world. Because he's now created a new sandbox. Because Star Wars has gotten to the point we are no longer excited for it because they don't. Anyone who's working on it, they have an agenda, and when the agenda supersedes the story, we get the acolyte, the power of many. Oh man, yeah, but yeah, I'm here to appreciate Zack Snyder. Rebel Moon might not have been the most amazing thing, but I appreciate it for what it is, an original idea. He's bold enough to fail at his own stuff, not take over someone's idea and ruin it. So yeah, Zack Snyder, I'm a big fan. I cannot wait for the prequel to Army of the Dead and the sequel to Army of the Dead. Are we getting another Dieter film, the Safe Hacker? His movie was nice too. His origin story, that was nice. And Guardians, Owls of Gahul. Yes, the movie about the Legend of the Guardian, Owls of Gahul. Are we ever getting a sequel to that? That was dope also. No humans, just owls. I thought that story was amazing. I want a sequel to that. And everything Zach works on, I don't know, it's epic. It's nice. It's not like, I don't know, there's just something about what he works on. So I appreciate him for that, and I want more of his productions. So that's it for me today. Laters.